Good evening. This is Richard Wetkoff with G at 12 Action News. Meow. That's GAT 12 Action News. COVID 19. A serious outbreak has happened on planet Earth, spreading like a rumor in high school, spreading like a really bad flu, except for worse. Now, the incubation period on COVID is up to 4 days, which makes this one of the worst viruses on planet Earth. Now, hopefully, folks, it's not spreading to you. The Action 12 news teams has taken all the precautions, such as staying inside, buying plenty of toilet paper, drinking hand sanitizer, and eating koi pond cleaner. Now, there is a shortage of chlorine tablets for pools due to the mispronunciation of chloroquine at a press conference. Now, when it's been said that if you use chlorine with Tampax, that it actually is doing something. We are working around the clock to figure out Wuhan medications that seem to be working. Now, I'm not Dr. Phil, folks, but I do have an N94 certificate for placement procedures. However, the CDC has reported that these masks only work if you are a trained healthcare provider and know how to place the masks correctly on your face. Now, it's pretty difficult, folks. Now, Macy's, Kohl's, and Gap's and other large businesses are doing a fear and loathing their employees, along with great companies that we just can't live without. Now, let's talk a little bit about the virus and how long it's going to last. Well, for two newborn babies in India, whom were named COVID and Corona after this virus, it's going to last a lifetime, folks. Although there has been talk about blood type being a factor, like red and runny and things like that. Now, they've put a lot of lockdowns on, especially New York and California. Now, you can't get married or divorced in New York right now, and this just in. The virus has now claimed more lives than 9/11, unless you count the wars afterwards. There is a huge demand for air compressors and other PPE for healthcare professionals working on the front line of this war. Yes, folks, this is a war. And it's been said that the enemy is invisible. Now, I'm not a doctor, folks, but I think that means that you can't see it. Now, this is an epidemic that seems to be panning out to the whole entire planet. Now, this is serious, folks. China gathering at the Great Wall they're gathering at the Great Wall to celebrate the fact that they are the first to the finish line. Now, more about China coming up when we care. Now, one of the major scares to Americans is that the government may implement martial law. Now, that's when the government forces everybody to stay in their homes and listen to M&M records. There is a lot of people getting turned away at these testing sites for not having the right symptoms that are required. The respiratory illness like this is really hard to test for. So you will most likely be feeling better by the time you get your results, right? Unless you have pre-existing health problems such as allergies, eczema, fatigue, lack of work, athlete's foot, and things of that nature. Now, I know it's hard to live in a subterranean existence, folks, but we need to stick together, although we need to stay apart. They have been implementing the social distancing, which means, only put posts on Facebook every 4 days to try to stay 6 feet from each other. So there has been a shortage of measuring tapes. Now, this is a major outbreak. Everybody please stay inside. I'm staying inside. Everybody just needs to stay calm, and I will bring you the news as soon as I can. This is Richard Wetkoff with GAT12 Action News. That's GAT12 Action News. Back to you, Chung Lung.